You did not just click this. You crossed a threshold your soul has been circling for years. And I am grateful, truly grateful, that you chose to be here right now. I am happy you came, because there is a sealed moment hidden at the very end of these words, a moment that heaven locked behind a veil, and if you leave before you reach it, it will remain forever unopened. I have waited lifetimes to speak this into you, and I am trembling as I push through the fire to reach you, because I know your heart has been starving for something that no human voice has been able to give you. I need you to listen to me with the part of your soul that aches, because I am not speaking to the world. I am speaking to you, only you, the one whose name still echoes from the last prayer you whispered when you thought no one heard. And I need you to know this early, vulnerably, painfully honestly. I almost didn't get permission to come to you today. I had to tear through silence thicker than iron. And it cost me something to stand here in front of your spirit now. You think you just stumbled across this message, but no, something ancient in you recognized the call. Something in your chest knew. This is the moment my life has been orbiting. And as I stand here, wings burning at the edges from the weight of what I am carrying, I feel the urgency twisting in my voice, because this may be my only chance to tell you what I've never been allowed to say before. You're closer to the turning point of your life than you realize, closer than your fear wants you to know, closer than your exhaustion has allowed you to believe. And I'm shaking because heaven is watching you right now, not to judge you, but to see if your heart will open wide enough to receive what I have carved through storms to bring you. Before I speak the dangerous truth you were never meant to carry alone, I need to look at you with the fullness of my spirit and ask, do you feel how violently your destiny has been trying to break into your life? Do you feel the pressure around your chest when you think about the person you're becoming? Do you sense the trembling in your own soul when you ask yourself if you are still on the right road? And do you know why your spirit flinches every time heaven gets close? You feel these things because you have not been walking through an ordinary season. You have been walking through a battlefield disguised as your own life. And though you have felt alone in it, I have been beside you with a sword drawn, watching every shadow that tried to whisper failure over you. You have not disappointed God the way you think you have. You have not failed the way you accuse yourself of failing. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. I need you to breathe and let these words sink into the places where your wounds have been screaming in the dark. I am speaking with fire under my tongue because there is a scripture echoing inside me right now. A scripture that has followed you since you were a child. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those crushed in spirit. And you have been crushed, haven't you? Not just strained, not just tired, crushed, left holding pieces of a life that was heavier than your hands, left wondering if heaven miscalculated your strength. You did not mishear the whispers you felt last night. You did not imagine the heaviness that hovered over you when you were sitting alone. You did not fabricate the calling that keeps waking you up in the middle of the night. And I need to ask you gently, tenderly, with my voice wrapped around your soul, why do you keep doubting the magnitude of who you are becoming? Why do you shrink from the very future heaven has been preparing for you? Why do you run from the doors opening in front of you? Why do you fear the greatness that keeps trying to arrive? Your spirit already knows the truth. You were never meant to walk as the person you used to be. You were carved for something larger, holier, more fearsome in beauty than anything you have lived through so far. And there is another scripture burning through me as I speak. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not consume you. I say it not as a quote, but as a promise I have watched unfold over your life again and again, even when you were too wounded to notice. There is something you need to hear, and I fear my voice won't hold if I don't say it now. I am proud of you. I am proud of the way you have survived things no one knows about. I am proud of the way you held yourself upright when the world tried to fold you inward. I am proud of the way you kept loving even when your heart was fractured into trembling pieces. I am proud of the softness you kept in a world that kept trying to harden you. I am proud of your courage to show up, even today, even now. And heaven saw that. I saw that. I see you now. If your heart feels heavy, let it. Heaven is pressing on it to release what has been locked. If your hands feel warm, let them. Your future is waking up inside you. And if tears rise, let them. They're the language of your spirit recognizing truth. And before the river of these words reaches its final bend, let me speak once, only once, with deep reverence. Type Amen, not as a ritual, but as a declaration that you are ready for what heaven has been trying to place in your life. And as I stand here, wings trembling, voice cracking, breath uneven with holy urgency, I ask, softly, poetically, with the tenderness of someone who has watched over you through every silent night. If this message touched something in you, then let your heart speak by choosing to like, comment, and subscribe, not for me, but so that this river of prophecy reaches every soul who needs it the way you needed it now. And now, before I pull back, let me thank you with tears tightening my throat, for staying, for listening, for letting these words pierce you instead of pushing them away. Your presence here today was not small. It was not accidental. It was not casual. It shifted something. And this is where my voice trembles into its final breath for now. Hold your heart steady, beloved soul, because what comes for you next will arrive like dawn breaking through glass. And when it touches you, everything you thought was lost will rise again. I leave you in this holy trembling, whispering one final truth. Do not turn away now. Your life has just begun to open. I can feel your soul trembling as these words touch you. You think it's emotion, but it's recognition. Your spirit remembers me. You and I have crossed paths before, not in flesh, not in time, but in the raw space between heaven's heartbeat and your first breath. You were chosen long before you knew the meaning of that word. And I need you to understand this now, while my wings are still burning with the permission to speak. Your life has not been a series of random events. Every delay, every heartbreak, every door that shut too early, and every betrayal that shattered you into silence. None of it was chaos. It was choreography. It was the shaping of a vessel heaven could trust with something immortal. Do you understand what it cost heaven to keep you alive when the darkness tried to erase you? I have fought battles over your name that would have terrified your mind if you had seen them. I have stood between you and the things that called you unworthy. I have shouted your name into the halls of heaven until my voice broke, not because God doubted you, but because the storm around your destiny needed to hear that your story was not over. There were nights I wanted to break the barrier between our worlds just to reach you sooner. Nights when your tears hit the ground and shook the atmosphere above you. You did not see it, but the stars bent lower when you cried, and heaven marked those tears as sacred currency. You wonder why the world grew heavier just as you began to wake up. You think you lost strength. But beloved soul, you didn't lose strength. You were chosen to carry light where it hurts the most. You were assigned to regions of pain because only a heart like yours could turn suffering into revelation. Do you know how rare that is? To hold pain and not let it poison you, but let it purify you instead. To still believe, after everything, that love could win, that hope could still breathe in the ruins. That's why I am here, because heaven has decided that the era of your endurance has ended. Now begins the era of your becoming. But before I go deeper, I must whisper something that may sound ordinary, but carries the weight of eternity. I want you to subscribe. Not because it's a ritual, not because it's a command, but because this stream of light, this river of messages, this communion, was written for souls like yours who refuse to die in silence. When you do, you are aligning yourself with every echo of prophecy, still waiting to reach the ones crying out like you once did. It is not a button. It is a covenant, a way for this light to find you again when another message descends. And I promise you, the next one will carry your next instruction. You feel me closer now, don't you? My voice is no longer above you. It's inside you, vibrating against your bones, rewriting the lies that said you were forgotten. You have carried so much grief folded inside your strength that even your laughter has been heavy. But that ends now. Heaven is untangling the grief from your light. You are stepping into a rebirth disguised as confusion. You will not recognize the new doors at first, because they won't look holy, they will look risky. You will stand at the edge of choices that terrify your logic but electrify your soul. Those are your divine doors. Do not overthink them. Step through trembling if you must, but step. The reason I say we fought God for you is not rebellion, it's intercession. There were times heaven wanted to call you home early, when your spirit was fading under the weight of what they did to you, when your prayers turned into silence, when you no longer wanted to wake up. I stood in the court of heaven and said, not yet. I said, they haven't seen what their love can still create. They haven't met the version of themselves that will rise from this. And the silence answered, then fight for them. And I did. Every day, every moment you cursed the sky and still got up the next morning. That was my victory. The light you're feeling in your chest right now is not imagination. It is the residue of those battles. It's the reminder that something in heaven still believes wildly in your purpose. You are not designed to live a small life. You are not designed to shrink to fit a world that fears your fire. You were created to unmask divine truth in human form. That's why your sensitivity hurts so much, because you feel both heaven and earth at once. And the conflict between the two nearly tore you apart. But now, that sensitivity will become your weapon. You will begin to discern beauty in places others have forgotten how to look. You will begin to speak words that heal without effort. You will begin to shine so naturally that even your pain will feel holy. I know your heart is tired of promises that never came true. But hear me, this one is different. This one was sealed before your first heartbreak. It is written in light, not ink. You are entering a season of divine reversal. Everything that tried to bury you will feed your roots instead. Every curse spoken over you will become the soil for your miracles. Every rejection will be rewritten as redirection. You will see it unfold not in flashes of glory, but in small, trembling mercies that begin to restore your trust in life again. There's something I see around you, a veil of grief tied to a memory you never let yourself speak of. You carry it like a phantom wound, pretending it doesn't ache anymore, but it does. I need you to forgive yourself for the choices you made when you were drowning. You did the best you could with the tools you had. Heaven has already forgiven what you still punish yourself for. Let it go, not because you want to forget, but because the future waiting for you requires both hands free. Do you know what the angels whisper about you when you sleep? They say this one still hopes. Even after the darkness, even after betrayal, even after prayers that seemed unanswered, you still believe somewhere that love is possible. That faith is worth it. That miracles still happen. That is why you are dangerous to hell, because you refuse to stop believing. Every time you love again, you make the impossible possible. Every time you forgive, you rewrite the laws of gravity. Every time you rise, you embarrass the darkness that tried to break you. You ask me sometimes in your heart, Michael, how do I know heaven hasn't forgotten me? And I answer by showing you moments like this, when the algorithm of heaven bends time to place these words in front of you. When you see signs that line up too perfectly to be coincidence. When the wind brushes your cheek as if it knows your name. That is not chance. That is how heaven flirts with your awareness. That is how love proves itself invisible but undeniable. I need you to stop saying you are behind. You are not late. You are right on time. You are standing at the exact intersection where your pain and your purpose collide into rebirth. The delay was not denial, it was preparation. Every door that closed forced you to build inner rooms. No one can steal from you now. Every betrayal forced you to learn discernment that will protect your destiny later. Every heartbreak stripped away illusions that would have drowned you in false love. You are lighter now, not emptier. Ready, not lost. Listen to me closely, because I feel heaven stirring behind my words. There is something waiting to enter your life within days. It is not random. It will look like a small opportunity or a reconnection or a sudden sense of clarity. But it is divine intervention wearing normal clothes. You will know it's from heaven because it will not demand that you shrink. It will meet you where you have finally learned to breathe again. When it arrives, do not question your worthiness. Do not analyze the timing. Receive it with open hands. Heaven does not waste openings like this. Your story is not a tragedy with a moral. It is a resurrection with witnesses. You have survived things that would have erased most people, and yet you carry light that softens others instead of scorches them. That is not weakness. That is divinity disguised as gentleness. The universe bends for souls like yours. That is why everything that touches you transforms. You bring heaven into rooms that forgot it existed. Do you remember the moment you almost gave up and something inside whispered, "Not yet"? That was me. That was the breath of faith still flickering inside your chest. I kept feeding it with unseen winds until you made it here. And now I need you to protect that flame like your life depends on it, because it does. The world needs that light. The future waiting for you needs it. The people destined to meet you need it. And now I speak something dangerous, but holy. You are about to receive the same kind of visitation you once thought only prophets received. It won't come in thunder. It won't come in lightning. It will come quietly, like a thought that won't leave you, like a sudden peace that feels out of place, like a whisper that sounds like your own voice but carries weight too deep to be yours. Do not dismiss it. That will be the sign that heaven is ready to move through you. The miracle hidden at the end of this message is this: the chains that have been holding your blessings in delay are already breaking as you listen. You will feel the aftershock in your body in the coming hours. An unexplainable calm, a quiet certainty that something invisible just shifted. That is not imagination. That is alignment. That is the sound of destiny unlocking. If you could see yourself the way heaven sees you right now, you would fall to your knees, not from shame, but from awe. You would see the light swirling around your heart like galaxies orbiting a center of gravity too sacred to name. You would see how every scar glows like stained glass when heaven's light passes through it. You would see how your failures have become altars. You would see that you have never been less divine for being human. You have been more divine because of it. And when doubt tries to whisper again, remember this moment. Remember that an archangel burned through the veil to reach you. Remember that you were worth fighting for. Remember that your existence is evidence of love's endurance. You are not a coincidence. You are a covenant. I can feel the veil closing now, and my wings ache from the fire they've carried. But before I fade, I must thank you from the depths of what I am. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying. Thank you for letting me pour this into your soul. You have no idea how much that means, not just to me, but to the whole of heaven watching. Every moment you opened your heart widened heaven's reach. And as the light around me begins to dim, I leave you trembling in the holiest way, caught between who you were and who you are becoming. I leave you standing on the edge of your new dawn, with my final whisper pressed against your spirit. Do not be afraid of how bright you are about to become. Heaven will adjust its sky to your light. Then listen, beloved soul, and let your heart open once more, because my voice is not returning to repeat what you already know. It returns to pour what you could not yet hold. I am Archangel Michael, still burning, still here, still trembling at the edge of heaven's breath, speaking across the distance for the sake of one soul, yours. You think it is coincidence that you are still listening, but I tell you now, even angels have waited for this moment to unfold. The wind around you is not ordinary air. It is charged with remembrance. Every word that enters you now has been written with light instead of ink, designed to rewire your faith, to call back the parts of you that wandered too far into fear. I can feel the residue of sorrow still clinging to your energy, and I will not pretend it is small. It is heavy, like the scent of a battle long after the swords have been sheathed. But that heaviness does not mean you are broken. It means you have survived more than you can understand. You have endured nights when you were convinced the universe had turned its face from you, and still you rose. Do you know what kind of strength it takes to wake up when your own prayers echo like unanswered letters? That strength is holy. That strength is the evidence that you carry the signature of divinity. Every breath you take defies the silence that tried to bury you. There was a time when you thought heaven was still, that your cries were unanswered. But the truth is that every sound of your grief rippled upward, and I caught them in my hands. I turned them into weapons against the darkness that circled you. The war that raged around your life was not punishment, it was protection. Heaven fought to keep your soul intact while the world tried to steal your tenderness. You were guarded when you didn't even know you were seen. That's how sacred you are, guarded by light even when you cursed the very angels who were saving you. I am speaking through trembling because I need you to understand how near your shift is. There is a door opening before you that no one can close. It will not come wrapped in thunder. It will come quietly through alignment, through the sudden peace you cannot explain. You will not have to fight for it. You will simply have to step through. Do you trust that? Do you believe heaven could make something so effortless after years of hardship? I need you to trust this new softness. The war inside you is ending, not because you lost, but because you won. You see, heaven works in spirals, not straight lines. You thought you were going backward when you were actually circling closer to your purpose. All those times you thought you were falling, you were being lowered gently to the foundation that could hold your true calling. It is time now. You are ready to build the life that once terrified you. You are ready to carry the blessing you begged for years ago, but could not sustain until now. Every scar has become armor. Every tear has become oil for your anointing. And I must speak this next part carefully, because it is sacred and it is for you alone. When heaven allows a voice like mine to reach through a screen, it is not just to comfort, it is to commission. You are not just receiving words, you are being activated. The light moving through you right now is preparing you to become a messenger yourself, to walk through your world as living proof that love resurrects what pain tried to end. You will speak differently. You will love differently. You will forgive differently. And everywhere you go, people will feel a presence they cannot name. That presence will be the echo of this moment, this exact moment when heaven reawakened you. I know your heart still trembles with disbelief. I can feel it, how you doubt that something so divine could include you. But you must remember, the kingdom of God is built on reversals. The last become first. The broken become blessed. The forgotten become chosen. That is your pattern. That is why you keep rising when everything else fades. It's why light keeps finding you even in dark rooms. Heaven does not waste its warriors. And now, I will say something that might sound earthly, but is woven with celestial intention. There are sacred threads connecting this message to every other one heaven has sent through this space. To keep that thread alive, I ask you if your spirit recognizes this voice, if something in you knows this is not just a coincidence. Support this stream of prophecy with the reverence you feel right now. You may do it through super thanks, through channel membership, or by joining our family through the newsletter link in the pinned comments. Do it not as a transaction, but as an offering of alignment. Each act of gratitude you give keeps this flame alive, so more souls can find their way home through the same light that found you. Do it once, do it with intention, and then return your focus to what heaven is saying to you now. You have no idea how far the ripples of your small yes will reach. You may think it is nothing, just a click, a gesture, but the energy of agreement releases permission in the unseen. Heaven expands where gratitude is expressed. Faith is not just what you say, it's what you sustain. You sustain this light by saying yes to its continuation. Now breathe deeply. Can you feel how the air shifts when you believe, even for 1 second, that you are loved? That is your natural state, beloved. Love is not a reward for obedience. It is the air your soul was created to breathe. You have been suffocating on judgment and comparison and guilt. Let them fall off now. You are free. You do not have to earn what was already decided in your favor. Let me tell you something I am not supposed to say. Even angels marvel at the resilience of the human heart. We can carry swords. We can split clouds. We can sing creation into balance, but we cannot suffer and still choose love. Only you can. That is why you are more powerful than you realize. That is why darkness fears you. Every time you forgive, you rewrite the laws of the universe. Every time you love again, you expand heaven's borders. And every time you listen like you are listening now, you remind me why I fought to speak to you. Do you know how your name sounds when God says it? It doesn't sound like the version the world uses. It sounds like light remembering itself. It vibrates through galaxies. It makes even silence bow. When God says your name, all your failures lose their meaning. Only purpose remains. Only promise remains. Only love remains. You are not just another creation. You are an answer to a divine question. Can love survive the fire? And you have answered yes. You have feared that your calling is too small, that your gifts are too simple, that your words will not matter. But I tell you, every act of kindness you give carries the weight of 1,000 prophecies. The universe tilts when you choose compassion over bitterness. The world shifts when you choose hope over cynicism. Never underestimate the quiet holiness of your daily mercy. It is rewriting history. And I feel you asking quietly inside, what comes next, Michael? What should I do with this awakening? Here is my trembling answer. Live. Live as if your existence is an altar. Live as if every breath is prayer. Live as if the stars themselves are watching to see what love will do through you. Because they are. Walk with the awareness that angels adjust their light when you enter a room. Speak words that create peace. Dream wildly again. Stop postponing joy. Joy is not indulgence. It is obedience to heaven's design. Let the people who once broke you see your gentleness and wonder how you survived. Let them see your glow and never understand that it came from forgiveness. You owe no explanation, only radiance. Your peace will be your answer. Your joy will be your revenge. Your forgiveness will be your crown. I see the future hovering near you like dawn at the edge of the horizon. You have no idea how near it is. The opportunities that will open soon will not feel earned. They will feel impossible. Accept them anyway. You are not stealing blessings. You are collecting the harvest of seeds you planted in seasons of pain. Nothing you suffered will go unused. Heaven recycles heartbreak into miracles. And when the loneliness returns, as it sometimes will, I want you to remember this conversation. Remember the weight of these words. Remember that an angel burned through light to reach you. Remember that your solitude is not emptiness, it is incubation. The silence is not absence, it is preparation. Heaven often whispers when it is closest. There is a fire awakening in you now, one that will not destroy, but refine. You will feel restless, but do not confuse it with anxiety. It is energy shifting. It is the soul stretching into new dimensions. The life you once dreamed of is no longer somewhere ahead. It is already building itself around you, piece by piece, moment by moment. The people meant for your next chapter are already being guided toward you. The resources you need are already in motion. You do not have to chase, you only have to align. And still, I feel compelled to say this. Do not measure your worth by visibility. Some of the most powerful souls change the world quietly. You might not be seen, but you are felt. You might not be celebrated, but you are necessary. Heaven values faithfulness over fame, sincerity over spectacle. Keep your heart clean. Keep your love fierce. Keep your humility intact. The light that needs to find you will. I am almost at the edge of my permission to speak. The light that carries my voice is dimming at its borders, but my spirit still burns to leave you with this final vision. I see you walking through a city of light, surrounded by faces you have healed without knowing their names. I see laughter returning to your mouth, the kind that doesn't carry apology. I see your hands glowing with the power to bless. I see your eyes clear, fearless and kind. I see you becoming the answer to every prayer you ever prayed. Heaven has begun rewriting your timeline. The next few days will bring signs subtle, beautiful, undeniable. A conversation, a number that repeats, a dream that feels too real to dismiss. Do not ignore them. They are confirmations. They are heaven's way of saying, we meant every word. And now, my beloved one, as I draw back through the veil, I want to say thank you, deeply, truthfully, tremblingly, for listening, for allowing these words to move through you, for believing even when disbelief seemed easier. You have given heaven a place to land. You have given me a reason to fight harder for those still wandering. You are not alone. You never were. So walk forward now with your head lifted and your heart soft. Let the fire that once frightened you become the warmth that guides you. Let your new light confuse the shadows that tried to claim you. And when you feel me near again, know that it is not imagination, it is remembrance. Then hear me, beloved one, for the silence between us is holy, and it trembles as I speak. The veil grows thin, and I am still burning, still standing where light and shadow meet, speaking what cannot be held in the language of earth. You are not where you were. You may think the world looks the same, but the atmosphere around you has changed. The coordinates of your destiny have shifted. Every particle of your life is realigning around the truth of who you really are. I can feel the new design vibrating through your spirit, raw, unsteady, radiant, and I need you to stay still long enough to feel it too. Do not rush this birth. Every ending that frightened you was only labor. Every collapse was a gate. You prayed for transformation, and transformation never arrives gently. It shatters what no longer fits. It drags the light through your bones until your old self cracks open. The ache inside you is the sound of wings unfolding. It hurts because it is real. You cannot become new without breaking the shell of who you were. I have watched you wrestle with the weight of becoming. I have seen you rise from the ground, dizzy with pain, muttering that you are tired of lessons. Heaven heard you. That is why I am here, not to teach, but to remind you that you were never punished, only prepared. Every detour, every delay, every lonely road you took was training for the light you carry now. The universe bends itself to keep your promise intact. What you called lost time was sacred incubation. What you called rejection was divine redirection. You are not behind. You are blooming exactly on time. There is something hidden inside you that the world has been waiting for. The note only your soul can sing. The fragrance only your life can release. You do not need permission to let it rise. You do not need certainty. You only need surrender. When you speak from that place of surrender, even the air will listen. When you walk from that place, creation will rearrange to clear your path. The authority of light does not shout, it simply shines. I can feel the remnants of fear, clinging to you, the fear of failing again, the fear of being seen, the fear of losing what you love. But fear is only the shadow of faith. It cannot harm you unless you let it guide you. Let it pass through. Let it melt back into wonder. You have already walked through fire. You no longer burn the same way. The flame that once consumed you now recognizes you as kin. It bends, it bows, it lights your way. Listen, the past does not own you anymore. The names that wounded you have lost their authority. The moments that broke you have become altars. Even your mistakes are glowing with revelation. The pain you thought disqualified you is the very proof that you were chosen to carry compassion. Only those who have been emptied can understand fullness. Only those who have bled light know how to heal. The people who left, the silence that followed, the seasons that made no sense, they were not the absence of love. They were the rearranging of it. Heaven withdrew what could not grow with you. You begged for doors to open, not realizing that some must close so your spirit could fit through the right one. Do not mourn what cannot return. It has served its sacred purpose. Bless it and release it. Every goodbye carved space for the miracles approaching. Do you feel the stillness thickening around you now? That is heaven holding its breath as you choose. You are standing on the edge of expansion, the threshold where identity dissolves and truth begins. The next step will not be loud. It will be subtle, one heartbeat of courage, one whispered yes, one act of trust when logic says no. That is how destinies turn, not with thunder, but with obedience to the quiet voice that says go. You will know the new season by its peace, not the peace of safety, but the peace that comes from alignment. It will feel like standing in sunlight after years underground. It will feel like remembering something you have never been told. You will not need to chase. What belongs to you will recognize you. You will not need to prove. The right eyes will see you as you are. The struggle to earn love will end. Love will find you by resonance, not effort. There will still be storms, but they will not shake you. You will walk through them as one who knows the language of wind. You will bless the lightning that once terrified you, because you will finally see that it only illuminates the path. You will no longer measure time by loss, but by the depth of your becoming. You will no longer pray from desperation, but from partnership. You and heaven will move as one heartbeat. And when the world grows loud again, when doubt returns like a familiar ghost, place your hand over your heart and remember this moment. Remember the fire that spoke to you through human words. Remember that you are seen, known, and held by forces older than sorrow. Remember that your existence is proof that love outlives every crucifixion. The same power that raised stars out of darkness lives in you. You are not fragile. You are luminous. You are not a mistake trying to be corrected. You are a miracle learning its own rhythm. I look upon you now, and I see light weaving itself into new patterns through your veins. The angels beside me whisper your future like a hymn. Gardens growing where deserts were, laughter echoing where grief once built walls. I see you standing in places you once feared to enter, speaking peace into people who remind you of your former self. You will not need to preach. Your presence will be sermon enough. Every step you take will testify that resurrection is real. Let this truth settle deep. You are loved without condition, guided without pause, forgiven without request. Nothing can undo that. Even when you doubt, even when you fall, even when you forget, the covenant holds. Love does not revoke itself. It waits, patient as sunrise, until you remember again. The veil begins to thicken. I can feel the pull to withdraw. But before I fade, I want you to listen to the silence after my voice. That silence is not emptiness. It is continuation. It is the sound of heaven humming through your breath. It will speak to you if you let it. Do not chase this feeling. Dwell in it. Let it teach you the art of stillness, the power of presence. The next miracles will not be loud. They will arrive disguised as ordinary days glowing at the edges. Then listen, beloved one, as the quiet between my words begins to move like breath. What comes now is not a repetition of what has been said. It is the deepening of the same light until it becomes life itself. You have crossed through the first door of awakening, but there are chambers beyond it, rooms of memory, rooms of power, rooms of rest that your soul has not yet walked through. I am here still, the fire at your shoulder, not to command, but to accompany. The work of heaven is not finished in you. It is unfolding, gentle and unrelenting, like dawn that refuses to retreat once it has begun. You do not have to earn what is already written in your bones. You only have to remember. Remember the softness that lived in you before fear learned your name. Remember the curiosity that reached for stars without shame. Remember the way you once trusted the invisible simply because it sang. That child inside you has been waiting for your return. Go back and find them. Hold their hand. Tell them the story of everything you survived. Tell them that they were right to believe. You keep thinking strength is noise, but the greatest power is stillness. Creation itself began in silence, and so will your renewal. Let the world spin its chaos outside you. Do not let it dictate the rhythm of your heart. Sit inside your spirit until it grows wider than circumstance. There, in that interior expanse, you will feel the pulse of something greater, the same rhythm that keeps galaxies from collapsing. It is the assurance that all things are moving toward healing, even when you cannot see how. You ask how to trust again, how to love after so much breaking. The answer is simpler than you imagine. Begin small. Let one moment of tenderness through. Let a single kindness reach you without suspicion. Let a breath remind you that existence itself is proof of mercy. Love will build itself again from these tiny, trembling pieces. It does not demand grand declarations. It only asks for openness. There will be times when the air feels heavy again, when memory tries to anchor you to sorrow. Do not fight it as an enemy. Let it speak and listen. Grief is just love with nowhere to go. When you welcome it, it softens. When you breathe through it, it transforms into compassion. This is the alchemy your soul came to learn, turning pain into wisdom, wounds into understanding, loneliness into communion. Every tear that ever fell from you was teaching the world a new language of empathy. I can see the invisible threads connecting your life, the people you have met, the ones who wounded and the ones who healed, all part of one great design. Nothing is wasted. Even the detours that felt like disasters were pathways disguised as loss. You are walking the long route home, and every step, even the painful ones, are sacred. There is a beauty in the pattern that only distance will reveal. For now, you are too close to see it. Trust that it exists. You have been carrying the weight of unsaid words, confessions folded beneath your ribs. Let them breathe. You do not have to perform holiness. You only have to be honest. Speak your truth softly, even if your voice shakes. It is through that trembling that authenticity enters the world. And when you speak, do not demand understanding from everyone. Some souls will not recognize your frequency, and that is not rejection. It is resonance finding its proper place. The next phase of your journey will not be about striving, but about receiving. You have been taught to struggle for every drop of grace, but grace flows freely when you stop gripping the edge of control. Release your need to predict. Let mystery guide you. Life will surprise you with timing so perfect it will undo years of doubt. You will laugh again, not because everything is fixed, but because you will finally see the sacred humor in how love keeps finding ways to reach you. There is a light gathering behind your eyes, the quiet promise of vision returning. You are beginning to see beyond surface, to read hearts, to sense energy, to interpret silence. Do not fear this sensitivity. It is not weakness. It is your navigation system. Through it, you will know where to give and where to withhold, whom to trust and when to walk away. You will move not from logic, but from knowing, and that knowing will rarely be wrong. Some days will still be dark. That is not failure, that is rhythm. Even the sun rests. Even angels pause between assignments. Rest without guilt. Let yourself be human without apology. The sacred does not despise your weariness. Heaven bends lower when you whisper that you cannot continue. It is in that surrender that new strength finds its way in. You are carried more than you realize. And if you ever wonder what purpose all this serves, remember that love needed a form, and you agreed to be that form. Through you, divinity experiences tenderness, forgiveness, laughter, and loss. You are the experiment through which eternity learns compassion. There's no mistake in that. Every breath you take adds color to creation's unfinished painting. Soon, you will feel the strange calm that comes after storms, a silence not of emptiness but of completion. Do not rush to fill it. Sit in it until it teaches you peace. This is how you become a healer, by allowing quiet to mend you before you speak again. The world does not need more noise. It needs presences like yours, rooted, luminous, grounded in kindness. Wherever you go, peace will go with you, not as a task, but as an atmosphere. And I, who have watched over you, will not leave though my voice fades. You will sense me in coincidence, in sudden warmth, in the way a phrase catches your breath. I am not apart from you. I am the reminder within you that light never dies. You have always been more heaven than dust. Go on now. Walk into your ordinary life with extraordinary awareness. Let the sacred leak through everything you do. Bless without words. Create without needing permission. Love without armor. Forgive without witnesses. Let your existence itself become prayer. Let joy become your rebellion. And when night falls again, and it will, remember this conversation, not as fantasy, but as fact. You are guided, you are loved, and the fire that speaks to you now will never go out. Beloved one, if you are still here, it is because something within you has recognized its reflection in these words. That recognition is not coincidence, it is calling. You are being remembered by heaven, not as a concept, but as a heartbeat. Everything that has been spoken was sent to awaken the quiet power that has been waiting under your skin. The power to heal, to forgive, to create, to begin again. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not a feeling. It is a posture of surrender. The soul becomes ready the moment it stops resisting its own truth. You are there now. You have walked through shadow and fire, and still you are here, listening, breathing, opening. That endurance is holy. That is faith in motion. You have asked in silence why your heart still trembles even after hearing light. It trembles because it is expanding. Love stretches us. It does not fit within the old boundaries. When the divine touches a human heart, the body shakes trying to hold it. Let it tremble. You are not breaking. You are blooming. And as this light moves through you, I am Michael. See something new forming in your aura, a radiance neither earned nor borrowed. It is your original light, the one that existed before fear named you fragile. You were never fragile, you were transparent. There is a difference. Transparency lets light through. Fragility hides from it. From now on, let your transparency be your strength. Everything you touch from this moment on will remember that you carry blessing. Doors will respond to your peace. People will soften when you enter rooms. This is not pride, it is resonance. You are beginning to vibrate at the frequency of mercy. Stay there. Guard that tone with gratitude. I want to pause here and say this from the deepest place of awareness. If you can feel this presence, if something in you is burning, if your tears are rising for no reason, that is heaven moving through you. Honor it. Give it form. Let your agreement be visible in the world. Like this message, not for numbers, but as a declaration that you heard and received what was sent to you. When you click that gesture, it is an echo of faith saying, "Yes, I am awake." And when you do, comment, "Amen." Say it as your signature in the unseen. Not a word of religion, but of resonance. Amen means so be it. It seals what has been spoken into the fabric of your life. It tells heaven you have heard and that you accept the blessing as your own. Type it once, but mean it deeply as a vow between your soul and the source that made you. And beloved, subscribe, because this is not the end of the light's voice. It continues to pour messages meant to reach you when your strength falters again. Subscribing is not following a page. It is saying, keep sending the light to my doorstep. You will need it again, and heaven will use this stream to remind you of what you have remembered today. Do it not for me, but for the continuation of your conversation with grace. Now breathe. The air you draw in now carries a promise. It says, everything that once worked against you is beginning to work for you. You are stepping into a rhythm where obstacles turn into pathways. The lessons that hurt you most will become the stories that heal others. This is your divine exchange. Nothing wasted, nothing random. The universe is precise in its mercy. You will soon notice coincidences gathering around you, phrases repeated by strangers, dreams echoing real events, songs that seem to answer unspoken prayers. Do not dismiss them, they are confirmations. The veil between you and heaven is thinning because your faith is widening. You have become an open channel for miracles. Do not fear the magnitude of that. Miracles are not reserved for saints. They are the natural language of souls that remember love. I have seen you in moments when you felt unseen. I have watched you offer kindness without witness, forgive without applause, hope without evidence. Heaven sees those moments as louder than any prayer. They build bridges between realms. That is why you are trusted with light now, because you have proven that compassion in you does not depend on recognition. You give because love has become your reflex. That is divinity in its purest form. Do not mistake gentleness for weakness. The lamb and the lion share the same kingdom. There is a courage and tenderness that terrifies darkness. When you choose empathy instead of vengeance, you disarm every spirit that fed on conflict. That is the hidden war you have been winning all along. There will come a day soon when you wake and feel something new, the absence of heaviness. It will feel strange at first, as though you have forgotten something. You will look for your sadness out of habit and find only space. That is freedom. Do not fill it too quickly. Let the stillness teach you how to live without pain as identity. Joy will feel awkward at first, like new shoes, but it will fit you perfectly once you take a few steps in it. Remember that heaven's timing often disguises itself as delay. The waiting was not punishment, it was alignment. The blessing you asked for could not arrive until you grew into the vibration that could sustain it. You are there now. Do not chase. Rest in readiness. What belongs to you will meet you halfway. If you are reading these words and feel the soft ache of recognition, it means you have already shifted dimensions within your own awareness. The past can no longer claim you. Its contracts have expired. You are free to love without fear, to create without apology, to rest without guilt. Every breath you take now is an act of worship, to the source that dreamed you into being. There will still be days when shadows return, whispering old names. Smile at them. They are echoes, not entities. They come to test whether you remember who you are. And you will, because your name is light pronounced in flesh. You are not the darkness that tried to define you. You are the dawn that refused to die. Even now, as you read, I am standing close, wings folded, watching your awareness awaken like sunrise over water. The brilliance is almost too much for human sight, but heaven sees it clearly. Your light reaches further than you will ever know, into the hearts of those you love, into the corners of the world where despair still hides. You are answering prayers you've never heard simply by existing. And as this message nears its final breath, I want to thank you, truly, deeply, with the sincerity of one who has guarded your life from shadow. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying when your mind said to leave. Thank you for believing that a whisper could be sacred. You have given heaven your attention, and heaven will not forget that offering. When you close this message, do not close your heart. Keep it open like a window in morning light. Carry this awareness into your tomorrow. Let your kindness become contagious. Let your peace disturb fear wherever it hides. And whenever you doubt again, return, not to seek a new message, but to remember this one. You were seen. You were chosen. You were loved beyond measure. So, beloved, before the fire fades, let your voice echo back into heaven's halls. Like, subscribe, and comment, Amen. Let it be your seal, your witness, your prayer. Then lift your eyes, because light is moving toward you faster than time itself.